Alright guys, so this is going to be a new segment on my channel called Movie versus Movie, or Movie v Movie. Yeah, I want to sound cool. Today we are going to be talking about the first Wonder Woman versus Wonder Woman 84. Okay, so how are we going to break this down, guys? So we're going to talk about score, we're going to talk about action sequences, we're going to talk about the acts of the film, and overall characterization. We're going to move fast with this, guys, but we're going to talk about pros and cons of each one first, and then we're going to talk about which film is overall better. Alright guys, so let's break it down first. So, cast. Now, we know in the first Wonder Woman, people were skeptical of Gal Gadot and Chris Pine, but overall, Gal Gadot and Chris Pine were incredible in that film. Now, let's compare it to Wonder Woman 84. Now, in Wonder Woman, the first one, the chemistry between Chris Pine and Gal Gadot is a fish out of water and basically trying to understand the world of man. And their chemistry really, really is electric in the first Wonder Woman. And then with the rest of the supporting cast in the first Wonder Woman did an incredible job as well. All of Chris Pine, or all of Steve Trevor's army men, and that they all had a candy. They did all really good, except for, we all know, the mustache, the villain. So let's talk about the performances in Wonder Woman 84. So we have, once again, Gal Gadot and Chris Pine returning. Now, as much as I would like to say, by the way, spoilers for Wonder Woman 84, if you haven't seen it, it's on HBO Max. What I love to say is there are scenes with Chris Pine and Gal Gadot that just work in that film. But overall, coming from Chris Pine, Steve Trevor just felt like he didn't need to be there, and Chris Pine didn't want to be there. It was just like filling up another one of his contracts for the film. If you compare Steve Trevor from World War I to Steve Trevor in 84, yeah, they're going to be different, because now Steve Trevor is basically the fish out of water sequence, so Chris Pine's playing that type of character. You're going to really fit more with the Wonder Woman first one with Steve Trevor. He's more electric with Gal, and Gal tries as best as she can in this film, and so does Chris, I can tell, but there are scenes that Chris just does not want to, it seems like he does not want to be there. Like, a couple scenes that really work is when he's flying the invisible jet. I think he did an incredible job in that sequence. One of the biggest emotional scenes where Diana's got to let go of Steve, and I think that worked really well. But there are some moments sprinkled throughout this film that you could just tell, like, Chris Pine's not doing the best he could with the material, but also the material is what it is. So if you look at it that way, I think Wonder Woman, the first film, has a stronger characterization of these two duo for their dynamic duo, if you want to say. So let's talk about the villain. So in Wonder Woman 1, we have Ares and General Ludendorff and Dr. Poison. So they're three hammy fucking villains. I mean, Ares would have been the coolest out of them all if they didn't give him a fucking mustache in the third act and made him look like shit. But overall, I think if you look at this, at the first Wonder Woman, I think the overall antagonist is World War I in general. And we know Ares was pulling the strings, and I really did like that concept. I just did not like the boss battle between Wonder Woman and Ares that much. It was just too overwhelming, so to speak. And I think what Patty Jenkins originally had her idea was, I saw like concept art of it, and it looked a lot more cooler. And I think that would have been a better route. So let's look at the villains we got in Wonder Woman 84. We have Maxwell Lord and we have Cheetah. So I think in Wonder Woman, in both Wonder Woman films, I think the villains are the weakest part. I really do. And I think the highlight is Wonder Woman in both films. However, we'll get into that too. So Cheetah is not that good in 84. It really isn't. And Maxwell Lord, I love Pedro Pascal. And I think, honestly, if I had to pick out of the three villains of the first film or the second film of the two, I would pick Maxwell Lord being the best villain out of them all. So Wonder Woman 84 has 1 point, and so does Wonder Woman. 1 point. 1 point for the characters, getting them right, and then 1 point for the villain on 84's side. Okay, so what do we got to talk about next? Acts. So this is how I'm going to say. 1 point for whatever one works better. So Act 1, for the first Wonder Woman, we get introduced to Themyscira and how that world is set. Act 1 in 84 is fucking cheese. So, Act 1 is a lot better in Wonder Woman. And I'm going to tell you right now, I love the opening scene of Themyscira in 84. But then it just goes, the film is too long too, and the whole act, Act 1, it gets dragged out. Now, we have Act 2, which is the Nomad sequence in the first Wonder Woman. And then we have like a lot of the action heavy stuff and her coming to the US, or is it? No, London. So we have all that badass, the grittiness, the cool lookingness, fucking awesome. World War I, right in the flesh. What do we have in Act 2? We basically have 70 years later of Diana moping around, having no friends, no boyfriends or nothing, or hasn't probably got laid and trying to live without Steve Trevor, but all still hooked up on him. Basically felt like Justice League as she was still hung up on Steve Trevor. And that goes on, and it's so fucking boring. And then we have the Rock that transitions to I wish for Steve Trevor back. I wish to be just like Diana, fucking Barbara says. Act 2 goes to fucking Wonder Woman. So we have 3 points for Wonder Woman, 1 point for Wonder Woman 84. Now, Act 3 of the first Wonder Woman is the fight between Ares and Wonder Woman. Now, I told you guys, I really don't like that. I really did not like that. I did not enjoy it at all. It felt too overwhelming. But now Act 3, minus the Cheetah and Wonder Woman fight, minus Cheetah and like Wonder Woman in the Golden Age armor, I think that looked like shit. The CGI looked like shit in that. By the way, yeah, CGI looked like shit in 84 and most of the part. I actually really, really enjoyed the third act of Wonder Woman 84 better than the third act of Wonder Woman. So Wonder Woman 84 gets 2 points. So the reason why is I think it was a good way to settle it. It doesn't make any fucking sense, but it was a good way, like, not to have an overtop boss battle with Maxwell Lord or Wonder Woman, but it was like more emotional. And that's one of the things I have to definitely say about the second Wonder Woman is it definitely has a lot more emotion to it. So if you're going to pick which one wins more emotion, Wonder Woman 84 is definitely going to win it. But right now we have 3-2 right now. And it's about to get, I think you guys are going to know in the end which one wins. So let's talk about action sequences overall and storyline. Action goes to the first Wonder Woman. So it's already at 4. Action in fucking Wonder Woman 84 lacks. There's literally 2 sequences I can remember that I actually liked. I liked the truck scene in the desert with Maxwell Lord. I like that, but overall, that's actually all I really remember action-wise. I mean, if you can count the mascara, the fucking mall sequence is horrible. There's one thing that I won't give a point for, but I did like, is I liked how they nerfed Wonder Woman in this film. However, I also hate how she's literally, it does not feel like the Wonder Woman we like from this one. So right now it is 4-2. And we're about to get into the next one. I know I said characterization before, but I really need to rant on this right now. So this is the big one. Which one is Wonder Woman the best in? And I'm going to tell you right now, it goes to the first one. The first one, they handle the character the right way. That she's a badass. That she's fucking strong, beautiful, powerful, loving. That's how you handle Wonder Woman. In 84, she is handled as like shit. She's handled shit. The writing is horrible. And now I read stories that Patty Jenkins got rid of a lot of her writers to like put her faith in the Jeff Johns. So if that's true, then we know Jeff Johns is a fucking shitty ass fucking writer and ruined that film. Ruined 84. But she is written poorly in 84. She's mopey. There are some very inspirational and emotional scenes. I will give it that. But overall, she does not feel like the Wonder Woman that I liked in the first Wonder Woman or in Batman v Superman. So, yeah, guys. 5 points so far out of 2 points for Wonder Woman is in the lead. So, like I said, this whole verdict is out of... I didn't say this actually before. The whole verdict is out of 6. Now, let's talk about the score. Okay, the score... First of all, we have 5-2, okay? So, The score of Wonder Woman, the first one, is Rupert Gorrit Williams, I believe. And he basically does a pretty good job, I would say, with the score. It really matches up with what is going on in the film. I actually liked it a lot. I really did for that film. But I do have to counter, and this point's going for 84. The Wonder Woman 84 score by Hans Zimmer. Now, I love Hans Zimmer, but I will admit he has flaws in some scores. I actually did not like his score that much. There's certain things I didn't really care for in Amazing Spider-Man 2. There are a couple things that the score did not work in X-Men Dark Phoenix. But overall, I love him as a composer. But this other new guy, Rupert Gorrit Williams, did Aquaman. I think he did an incredible job in Aquaman score as well. But this film, the score in 84 is incredible. It's just amazing. It really it's really emotional. It's there. So that means 3 points for Wonder Woman 84 and 5 points for Wonder Woman. Now, guys, which movie is the better movie? Now, in my opinion, I definitely believe that this film, Wonder Woman, wins as the better, stronger, more cohesive storyline. I didn't even get to talk about the storyline. By the way, yeah, there we go. 6 and fucking 3. That is the final score. Yep, 6 and 3. Let's talk about the storyline. You have a straightforward storyline of Wonder Woman, origin story, that she's coming from Themyscira to fucking London for World War I. Then you have, in this one, a fucking magic rock that has like very little repercussions, like, oh, if you wish for this, then they take your best thing about you. Okay, whatever. So literally anybody can just wish for anything, and it's just fucking just, no. I don't like it. And then Cheetah is fucking retarded in the film. No. Storyline, Wonder Woman wins. This one, fucking horrible. So the final verdict of Wonder Woman is 6 out of 6, the max points. It is true. And Wonder Woman 84 gets a 3 out of 6. Now, let me give you like my summed up opinion about Wonder Woman 84, how like it's. I will be honest with you guys. I was really generous with my review. I know I said I gave it like an 8.5 out of 10, and I'm going to own up right now. The first Wonder Woman is an 8.5 out of 10. The second Wonder Woman for me is at a 6.5 out of 10. I am so sorry, guys, that I misled you with the review, but honestly, rewatching it, there are scenes that I actually enjoy and are really emotional, and it got me like those, heartwarming things. So especially, it's Gal Gadot and Chris Pine. Like I said, with the material they're given, and fucking Pedro Pascal, they carry the film the best they fucking can. But the writers fucking choked on that film, and it's just bad. Like I said, the best things about 84 are the score and Gal and fucking Chris Pine and Pedro Pascal's performances. The rest is not good. Like I said, even Chris Pine's performance was like a little but I will have to say that Gal Gadot's performance, like when she's crying in that, was really raw, and it did feel right. That's why the emotional like spots hit really well. By the way, Wonder Woman can fucking fly now, by the way. That does Oh, I'm getting frustrated. I'm not ranting about that film anymore. We're moving on. Will I be buying it? Yeah, I will be buying it just to keep it, all right? Do I think that film is better than fucking Birds of Prey? Yes. Do I personally think it's better than Shazam? Yes. Do I think Shazam's a good film? Yes. But I do I don't know. I have a soft spot for Wonder Woman, and that score is just incredible. But I gotta say, guys, it sucked. 6.5 out of 10 for 84 and an 8.5 out of 10 out of the Wonder Woman, the first one. Now, what do I think about what Patty Jenkins is doing with the third one? Every director has a stumble. Like Jarrell says, they all will stumble and they'll fall. But if you guide them to the light, they'll rise behind you. So, do I think Wonder Woman 3 is going to be a lot better? Yes. I really think it's going to be stronger. It's not going to be set in the past anymore, so we're going to get present day Wonder Woman. I want to see her back with that badass fucking shield and that sword. They used the lasso too much in this, and it's just no. Overall, guys, disappointed in Wonder Woman 84. And which one? Wonder Woman versus Wonder Woman 84. You guys know the winner is Wonder Woman. But, guys, let me know your thoughts below. Did you like Wonder Woman 84? Do you like it better than the first one, Wonder Woman? Let me know your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next verses.